Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. It is very easy for us to tell. Don't worry, don't think. That is how people complain. Swamiji, it is okay for you to say, don't worry, don't think. It is very easy to say than to practice. Then I tell them very clearly, we should always do easy things. Why do complicated things? So tell others, don't worry, be cool, and you continue to be worried and be agitated. See, friends, it is a very simple rule. Whatever we do in our life, according to our scriptures, we do four things. One is called as Dharma Shastra. Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayan ma pramadaha acharyaya priyam dhanamavritya prajatantum ma vyavacchetsihi matrudevo bhava pitrudevo bhava acharyadevo bhava. All this is meant for only keeping the mind cool. In between I quote here and there Sanskrit just to impress upon you, I know Sanskrit. There is no other reason. I know you are not understood, but my purpose is done. Then this is the Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra is how do we conduct ourselves in this world. In Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, Bhagavan says, Yasman nodvijate lokaha, lokan nodvijate chayaha, harsha marsha bhayodvegaihi, muktaha yassacha me priyaha. He who is not a problem for others, and he who doesn't take others as a problem, he is my devotee. Means what? Husband should take wife not as a problem but as an asset. Then the life will change. One day, one person, after listening to my talk, went home and knocked the door. The wife opened the door and he got inside and lifted her with his both hands and started walking towards dining table. She said, "Hey, what happened to you? Was your Swami romantic or what in the satsang?" He said, "No, he was not romantic." Then he told, "You must carry your burden. Relax, relax, relax." See? Live in this world in such a matter. Never take anything as a burden. The basic point is, are you relaxed or not? See? In Hindi there is a saying, तबला और दिमाग हमेशा चढ़ा के नहीं रखते. When you are playing tabla, that time you have to tighten it. It is necessary. But after the job is over, it should be loosened. In the same manner, when there is a need, you should focus, you should do your job sincerely. After that is over, immediately relax. See? So, the conduct of ours in this world should be such that we are not a problem and issue for others, and others are not a problem or issue for us. First step. This can happen only if our attention is focused on our mind. We have got three options. One option is, like I am talking to you, this is my action. Speech is karmendriya. I am talking to you. Now where is my attention? If my attention is on you, what will be my expectation of my action? Because of my lecture, you will improve. What will be the result? I will be frustrated throughout life. See? One person asked me in Singapore, Swamiji, you keep on moving throughout the world so many times, but the people don't change. Don't you feel bad about it? All your efforts are going in vain. I said, look here, I am not mad. Why? I said, do you know the secret? I should not tell you, but I am telling you. The secret is, what is the prayer of the doctors? Do you know? Sarve bhavantu roginaha. Then only the doctor can survive. Similarly, our prayers are also different, which I should not tell you, but anyway I am telling. Be aware of every Babaji. See, our prayers are Sarve bhavantu dukhinaha. When you are miserable, then our market goes on. If you are happy, who will come here? See, friends, it is so simple. Relax, lead a happy, cheerful life. So when I am talking to you, and if you don't change, it is a good sign. Next time again you will come. See? But if I get influenced, see, I have been telling, but you people don't change. What is the net result? I'll be miserable. Now, a principle. Those who become miserable because of others, they are the fools of the highest order. Don't try to please everybody in this world. Don't try to make everybody happy in this world. God has failed to make you and me happy, and that we, the miserable, want to make others happy. Don't do that. Second thing, we don't have to make anybody miserable. Why? Everybody is self-sufficient. As much we are miserable because of ourselves, we are never miserable because of others. In short, withdraw from the world. Do your job for a time pass and relax. But we feel, I have this goal in my life to be achieved. One day I was seeing the soccer somewhere, and I was so much enchanted. Why these people are so excited? So I asked, I say, what is happening actually? Swamiji, we have to get so many goals, then we win. I said, where is the goal? Show me. You are unnecessarily kicking that one poor football. And after your match is over, nobody takes the football. Goal. Where is the goal? See, friends, we are all seeking like this. And therefore we become miserable. Therefore, when we function in this world, let our attention be not on the world. Second thing, let attention be not on the I. See, I have done this thing, I have done this thing, I have done I. That I become so strong, ultimately they end up in opening an account in ICICI Bank. Two places, either on the world or on I. Now, what are the signs of a very strong I? Signs of a strong I are, they become, you know that small shrub, touch me not. If anybody says something, immediately their balance is upset. Very strong ego. The second strong ego is, they are miserable very efficiently on every issue. See, friends, therefore, let our attention be not on the world, not on I. Then where should be the attention? The third point. Let our attention be on the quality of our mind before we take up a job, during the execution of the job, and after the job is over, our mind should remain at peace. This is spiritual practice. Watch your own mind. But what happens? We we are excited all the three times. Before beginning the job, we are excited. And old failures, they come and overpower us. Then during the job, more excitement. And after the job, terrible frustration. That is not the lifestyle. See? So this is one step. Dharma or karma is done only to maintain our peace of mind. Then why to do everything? Now this is one principle I will tell you. If you can catch it, you have learned everything. How to be on the top of the world. And the principle is, life is just a time pass. Don't become very serious. God realization. What will you do? Suppose, imagine, I am God. You look at me. What next? Lunch ke liye kya hai? What else? See, my friends, don't get lost in that. Those who talk about God's vision, posthumous, they are cheating us. See, we have no choice but to be present in the utter present. You cannot be happy yesterday, you cannot be happy tomorrow. You can be happy always now. And to remain now, how to remain now? See, this is the principle of time pass. This comes from Bhagavad Gita. One day, one of my professional hazards is I had to go and take food in people's houses. And they think, ghar ka khana, but for me it is outside, because I have no house. So every food is outside food for me. And they will say, Swamiji, we have prepared very much for you, and please come. So I go to their house. And after going, they don't give food. Nothing is free in this world. Swamiji, you will have to wait for 15 minutes, I have to do this, that. I said, okay. Then they had a son, about 8 years. And that 8-year son, he said, Swamiji, let us play carom. I said, forget about it. I don't want to play anything. Let me read newspaper. No, Swamiji, you can't read newspaper. You have to play carom. Papi pet ka sawal. It's a question of my survival. So I have to say, okay. Now that fellow is expert. And I don't know that dumb game. So, but I am also not less. Being Indian, I have jugaad technology. Doesn't matter how you win. You win is important. See? So, we started the game. And then, when my turn came, I said, how to win more than him? So I invoke my God within. I ask him, hey, whose picture is that? He looks there. 2, 3 things. That day the principle was discovered. Theft is not a crime unless caught. How simple it is. So I did it once, twice, third time I was caught. Then he started crying. Mummy, Swamiji is a cheat. I said, come on, now I will not do promise. And again we started, and by the time another few minutes go, his mother tells, Swamiji, food is ready. He said, hey, come on, let's go and take food, forget about the game. He said, no, now you have to play. I am going to win. Now be attentive. Victory and defeat was an issue for that child. For me, it was a time pass till the food is ready. And therefore, I was not concerned whether I win or I am defeated. Friends, live the life for the sake of living. See, like you have come over here. You have all come over here for a time pass. You have not come here to learn. You have not come here for anything free lunch. What more you want? Relax. This principle is told by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Sukha dukhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. Whenever you do something, what are the options? Either you win or you are defeated. When you win, you gain. When you are defeated, you lose. When you gain, you are happy. When you lose, you are miserable. Bhagavan says, Same krutva, take everything in the same stride. Yes, sometimes we win, sometimes we are defeated. Yes, sometimes we gain, sometimes we lose. Yes, sometimes there is joy, sometimes there is a misery. It is how the world is. Have we not accepted sometime day, sometime night? Do we fight with the day and night? See, friends, when this principle is followed in life, you have started climbing on the top of the world. See? But normally we say, the world is too much for me. Which world is too much for us? The five great elements, the sense organs. What is great for us? Nothing is too much. Our own foolishness is too much for us. That we have to drop. Therefore, we are in this world only for Lord's fun going on. See? Then the second path which we are told to do the yoga. See? Whenever I talk about yoga, I always feel pity on Patanjali Maharshi. He must be turning in his grave. Yoga is not meant for reducing the weight, is not meant for healthy body, it is not meant for long life. Like we have the cow in our compound in India. Cow is for what? For milk. Cow dung and urine comes free. Can you imagine? Hey, why do you have cow in near your house? No, we want cow dung. Right? You keep the cow for cow milk. Dung will come free. Exactly the same way, yoga is meant for something higher in life. And then health and longevity is like a cow dung. And the most important principle I will tell you. If you want to curse somebody, don't curse. But if you want to curse, curse. May you live long and may your great-grandchildren torture you. What will you do by living long? See, friends, long life cannot be the goal of life. I should have a very nice car. Very good, you should have. But for what? No, just to sit in the car. These are the means. Yoga is a means. It is not the goal. Then what is the goal? We remain as an ideal principle for others to get inspired. This is what is the meaning of yoga. And according to Patanjali, what is yoga? Yoga is tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. We allow the divinity that we are, which is presently dormant, let that divinity become manifest. We are not the product of sin. We are the expression of happiness. See, friends. And this is the definition of yoga given by Bhagavan Krishna. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, he says, Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sanjitam sa nishchena yoktavyaha yoga anirvinna chetasa. What is the meaning of yoga? When the miseries come in life, you refuse to be miserable. That ability to be not influenced by the miseries and refuse to be miserable, that ability is called as yoga. If somebody says, my wife is very nice, she is intelligent, she has understanding, and everything is good. She is a good cook also, and she never bothers me. Therefore, I am happy. Then what is your contribution? If your wife is Kali, Karali, cha Bhayanaka cha, and even then you are happy, then you are a genius. See, friends, therefore, the real yoga is when the miseries come in our life, refuse to be miserable. And then for that, you don't require any asana or a asana mat. You see, all the yoga students, wherever they go with a mat, like a terrorist is going with AK-47. Wherever they take it out, sleep. That is not yoga. Then how to practice it? Very simple technique. Anirvinna chetasa, don't give up. Maintain your level of happiness to the optimum. Now how to do this? Another simple technique. If somebody does a mistake by asking you a question, don't take a revenge. I am telling it from my experience. My name is Anubhavanand. I am talking from my experience. It happened in a Punjabi house in Delhi. I went to their house and there used to be one old lady, maybe about 97, 98 like that. So, as a courtesy, I went and did namaskar to her. That time I was pretty young. And then I said, Amma, how are you? It was my mistake. Why did I ask this question? And then she started. Swamiji, untu sette betu, asiddha sangi. And she started. This morning, when I got up from the bed, my ankle got twisted and then the pain started and her live presentation was so much that I started getting pain on my leg. When she started that, her grandson, he called me, Swamiji, 1 minute. I said, hey, Mama, wait a minute, your grandson is calling me. I said, what? How can you listen to Dadima all the time she talks the same thing? I said, then what to do? You follow our technique. I said, Guru Maharaj, please tell me, what is the technique? He said, when she starts telling us anything, we show our fingers. Dadima, you have told already 3 times. Very good technique. So when I went and then, Swamiji, what I was telling you, I forgot. Never mind, I start again. Is it a Ramayana or what? And when she started again, then you have told me 25 times, enough now. See, friends, it is so simple. Your miseries, you must digest. If somebody asks you a question, how are you? Fire! I am on the top of the world. But the word should carry the meaning. How are you? I am on the top of the world. It can't be. And once you start this, I guarantee you, in due time, by the practice, you will start remaining on the top of the world. Only by practice we have become miserable. All those who are miserable people, they have only by practice they have become miserable. So one practice can be contradicted by other practice. Don't take revenge. You have asked me, now I will make you miserable. One day one lady came to my place in Mumbai, and my real time is when I prepare my own cup of tea. When others give, I have to say it is good, formality. But when I prepare my cup of tea, I was enjoying. She dropped from nowhere. Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, I was waiting for death. Why do you say like that? I said, now you have come. Purpose is over. No. Actually, I am very miserable. Immediately I changed my form and shouted at her, stop that nonsense. Repeat what I say. But Swamiji, I said, shut up. She never expected I can shout also. And then I said, now Repeat after me. You have to repeat 108 times. I will say only once. Okay? Okay, Swamiji. Say, I am happy. But Swamiji, did I say but Swamiji? You have to say simply, I am happy. You started, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy. 108 times. I am happy, I am happy, I am happy. When her tone changed to normal, I said, Mama, stop now. Now, don't swear by me. Tell really. Are you miserable? Not that way. All those who pretend to be miserable are seeking attention. Don't seek attention. Give attention to others. See, my friends, then you are on the top of the world. This is the meaning of yoga. Otherwise, you look at a fat man and you are a yogi and you start telling, come on, you should do this thing, you should reduce your weight. On the contrary, my observation is totally different. Fat people are happy. Bony people are miserable. Can you imagine laughing Buddha with bones? It cannot be. Be fat. About this also I tell you the reason. Once I happened to go to a crematorium, not for myself, for somebody. And the fire was lit and the dead body was burning. And I was standing there. One person came, Swamiji, how much time it will take? I said, I have no experience. See, any question people ask us, there is no limit to those questions. No, I can tell you. I said, is it your experience? He said, the rule is like this. If there is a fat person and if he is on the fire, he burns faster than a bony person if he is on the fire. I kept quiet, nothing to discuss. I said, okay. He said, do you know why? Again, another question. I said, I don't know, I have no experience, I told you. He said, no, fat person has a built-in fuel. And a bony person, his all bones are to be burnt. You require more and more fuel. Therefore, for your posthumous happiness, be fat. See, friends, life is a celebration. It is not a calibration. And we are in this world on a vacation. Whenever you go anywhere for vacation, do you think in terms of earning money? Unless you are a Sindhi. You go for a vacation to spend money and to celebrate life. Just observe next time when you go somewhere. Slowly you will come to discover that as our days of vacation are getting over, we get more and more pulled towards our home. 2 days now, it's okay enough, now I have to go home. Whatever comfort it may be in that 7-star hotel. And when you go home, and what is the home? Home has got a typical description, Indian home. You pull your cot to sit down, there are 3 legs, 4th is the chair. You sit on that chair, and the chair makes a musical chair sound. And then ask your wife, may I get a cup of tea like a 7-star hotel? Sir, forget about it. From there, the Muluka Maidan Tof, the firing begins. You have nothing to do, tea all the time. You have to keep quiet. Then, after some time, tea comes. And is it a very beautiful crockery? No. The cup is deaf, no ear. And all the lips of the cup are broken. It is not given with reverence and love. Please take that. In that, what joy is there? It is not in the 5-star hotel. Exactly. whatever may be the comforts in this world, unless you go back to your own home. And that is what we do when we go to sleep. In sleep, you discard everything. Who are you? What are you? When are you? Where are you? None of these W's disappear. See? Who are you? When are you? What are you? Now, all the alphabets in English language, W is the most dangerous one. Wealth, woman, wife, WhatsApp. The whole world has become mad because of this. Drop these and you are at peace. So we are here on a vacation. Don't plan to stay here for eternity. Plan to leave this place happily, cheerfully. See, like I have come here, I am staying with Satish. When I came, he was happy. Second day, he became more happy. Third day, he became more happy. Fourth day, he became more happy. Tomorrow, he will be on the top of the world. Thank God, Swami God. See, my friends, before anybody has to tell us, get out, wisdom is to go on yourself. Don't hold on to anything or anybody in this world. That is yoga. Then comes the third technique to go on the top of the world is the path of upasana. Now here many of us mistake. There is no path of devotion. The path of upasana. Upasana is done. Devotion happens. We do the arti, we chant the Lord's name, we do the abhishekam, and we do the naivedyam. This is upasana. Upasana is the means. Devotion happens in the heart. Now to understand this, a boy goes after a girl, that is upasana. Upa, near. Asana, go and sit. So that slowly, he will try to impress upon her, and then he will somehow get married to her. They call it, I have fallen in love. So whenever you get a fall, you get hurt. And that hurt is called as a marriage. In Hindi it is called as a shadi. Shadi is that which changes the direction of your life. Disha. Ulti ho gayi. So the boy and the girl, they love each other as an action. Be attentive. Mother and the child, they don't love, they have love. Therefore, boy and the girl, they fall in love. But the mother rises in love because for the mother, love is not an action, it is an experience. See, my friends, what we do is upasana. It is not devotion. Devotion is in your heart. See. And what is devotion or love? See, Narad Bhakti Sutra tells in a very beautiful way. Love is anirvachaniya prema swarupam. Love cannot be defined. This is love. Upasana can be defined. If it is Shivji, you have to put the white chandan and white vibhuti. If it is Vishnu, you have to put the yellow chandan and yellow flowers. If it is a Devi, you have to put red flowers and red kumkum. There are rules and regulations. In Upasana, there are rules and regulations. But for love, anirvachaniya prema swarupam, you cannot define, this is love. See, one or two examples I tell you. This happened in Delhi. Now that girl about whom I am telling, she must be also mother now. When she was small, her mother used to call her. Could you imagine by what name? when she used to lift that small baby, and this mother was so much loving her daughter, she will lift her and hug her, and like the other child, I said, Harry Potter, she will lift that child and hug and call, you know what? Mera बैंगन का भरता. See? My smashed eggplant. What? This kind of love. You call a child बैंगन का भरता. And time passed. And then when the child's marriage was there, I was invited. When I went there for the marriage, I always used to call her बैंगन का भरता. So when I went, she left that fire thing and all that, came running towards me, put her hand on my mouth. Swamiji, here, don't call me by that name. Before everybody called me बैंगन का भरते का शादी हो रहा है कद्दू के साथ. See, friends, now tell me, बैंगन का भरता, what kind of love it is? Anirvachaniya prema swarupam. You cannot define love means this. And it happens. See, my friends. And when this love happens, in that happening of the love, love changes the definition. It is no more a verb, it is a noun. For us, love becomes an action, it's a verb. I love Krishna, I love Rama. You don't love anybody, you love yourself. Therefore, when the path of upasana is taken up, our attention should be, are we able to discover proximity with whom we are close? Upasana is, we look at an ordinary thing, but discover extraordinary experience. That is called as real upasana. And when thus the outer world is no more a concern, now I have a full experience that my Lord is in my heart. Then what will happen? We will be liberated from all worries and frustration. Like what? There was a ship going in the sea, and many elderly people standing because somebody has got stomach problem, somebody has got heart problem, and standing there looking at the sea, not matching with the smile of the sea, frustrated. And there was a child. And he was surprised why these old people are not enjoying such an open space. We can run, we can play, but all the elderly people are all like that. So, after some time, the sea became rough. Then the ship started, moving here and there. Then all the oldie people started falling and running. The child was happy, come on, now they have joined with me, and he was very happy, come on, they are also playing with me. So one old man asked him, do you know what is happening? Yes, you are all happy, we are playing now. He said, no, the sea is very rough, anything can happen to the ship. Really? Then what will you do? He said, nothing to worry. He ran to his mother, sat in her lap, and a thumb in the mouth, now I am secured. To be a devotee of the Lord and to be worried, we doubt Him. We respect insurance. You know Indian insurance, LIC, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. Original is from Bhagavad Gita. Ananya Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nitya Viyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. If you are really a devotee of the Lord, you are on the top of the world, because Lord is on the top of the world. He is not inside the world. He is enjoying the whole thing. Take the life of Bhagavan Krishna for example. The amount of miseries that Bhagavan Krishna has gone through, if all our miseries are put together, they are not even comparable. See? Right from birth onwards, everybody was ready to kill him, and yet he has no bitterness. He was sweet. Adharam maduram, hasitam maduram, madhuradipate, akhilam maduram. When we are thus a source of joy and happiness to anybody who comes in our contact, understand we are the next to the Lord, who is the source of all happiness. See? So what path we follow is not important. Whether we have reached the destination or not. Like some of us have come here by flight, some of us have come here by train, some of us come here by a car, some of us came here by getting a lift, some of us came here by walking. It doesn't matter how we came here. What is important is we have reached here on time. Exactly this way, friends. But this remaining happy should not be at the cost of others. Many times our happiness is at the cost of others. No. About this I'll tell you one example. After my bath in Triveni Sangam in Prayagraj, Shivratri, whole night they kept me without food. So I had to, because I am a Swami, I had to behave like that. Swamiji, this is Shivratri. We know you must not be taking food. I said, yes, I don't take food, but inside I was hungry. Similarly, I don't do this Ekadashi also. Except when my host is Gujarati or Marwadi. When these two people do Ekadashi, it's a feast. So therefore I do that. So we had the whole night, no food, no nothing. Next day we went to Prayagraj, finish our holy bath, coming, and it was raining and I was hungry. First it was the rats running inside the stomach. Then the cats came, and then the dogs came, and I said, now enough, I can't take any more. So I said, hey, come on, go and let's eat somewhere. There was one hotel we were going, it was raining. So one person, I took my khada out, last time I slipped and fall down. Came with an umbrella, took khada from my hand, and slowly led me to the dining place. So I didn't know who is he. I said, hey, thank you very much for giving me a helping hand. Today you will be my guest for the lunch. I thought I am doing something great. He said, Swamiji, this is my hotel. And then he started telling, Swamiji, I have been listening to you on YouTube for years. And I am your follower. I am always happy. Be happy. That is my motto. I don't know why I talk many times what I am myself do not know. So I asked him, I said, you are happy, it's very good. But how are your people at home, your wife and children? Are they happy because of your happiness? Swamiji, why did you ask this question? I said, I have no answer to this question. Swamiji, those people don't understand anything. I said, you are cheating yourself. Our happiness should not be at the cost of others' miseries. The real happiness is we are no more a source of nuisance to anybody in this world. See, friends. Therefore, again and again we start reminding ourselves, real devotion means what? We are allowing the divine bliss to express through us, through every action, through every word, through every thought. When happiness becomes the foundation of our personality, then alone we have reached the top of the world. And most important principle, happiness is a creative, constructive force. Happiness is not a destructive force. One example I'll give you, just an example, is not real. One day I went to my girlfriend, therefore I told you it is just an example. So one day I went to my girlfriend and I told her, honey, darling, today I am so happy, I tell you, I just want to cut you into small pieces. Will it ever happen? A happy person can never be destructive. See, friends, God has not destroyed anything. He's a creator. See, friends, in this manner, if devotion, by devotion we mean that we are a counter to distribute bliss and not create blisters. And this happiness happens under different conditions. Condition number one, we find out some common factor. Once I was in Norway and we went to some restaurant and we were thinking to order something. So one uh, local person came and he started talking to me in Hindi. But he was a local white person. So I said, I am so happy to hear you talk in Hindi. Where did you learn? He said, no, I am Indian. When I saw you, I am so happy. So he has discovered some common factor. Whenever we discover some common factor, affinity happens. Now tell me, what is the common factor in us? In one school, I was talking to the kids. And children were about 10, 12 years of age. So I wanted to tell them that we should be living together, we should not fight and all that. So to make this point, I told us, and now I'll ask you a question and only one by one you should answer, not shouting together. Tell me, what are the differences in all of us? One by one. One boy said, there are some girls, there are some boys. Very good. Next one, oh, there are some tall, some are short. Very good. Third one, some are fat, some are thin. Very good. Differences they started telling one by one, one by one. I said, now enough. Now tell us, what is the common factor among all of us? Everybody was quiet. Common factor. And there was one child totally indifferent to everything. I said, hey, you are not participating. Tell me, what is the common factor in all of us? He said, we are all suffering because of you. Now find out, what is the common factor in all of us? We are all alive. Our attention is not on the common factor. Our attention is only on the differences. See? A flower is one. That one flower is seen in 5 different ways. What is the sound the flower makes when you crush it? Shabda. Then what is the feel of that flower? Is it soft or it is hard? Sparsha. Then what is the color of the flower? Is red, yellow? Then rupa. Then rasa. When you taste it, it is bitter or sweet. And gandha, whether it is good fragrance or not. One object we have seen in 5 different ways because we are the slaves of our sense organs. Whenever our life is expression through the sense organs, we will end up only in differences. Then we talk about the fat, short, then black, white, brown, yellow, green. We talk only differences. Now find out the common factor. Common factor is we are all alive. Life-wise, we are all same. No difference. This principle I discovered once I was somewhere and it was raining evening time. So I was sitting in the veranda and enjoying the rains from a distance. Because it was raining evening time, the tube lights were on. There all the insects came uninvited. I was enjoying my cup of tea. So when so many insects came, one small lizard came from somewhere and she wanted to have the dinner. So she started her prayer. Brahma pranam brahma vi brahma brahmanavatam brahmaivatena gandavyam brahma karma samadhina. And after that, she wanted to go and eat the one of the insects. But when she wanted to eat the insect also ran away. That time, a very strong lizard came from somewhere. You have come in my area, this is my area. So she wanted to attack the small lizard. So small lizard also ran away. And I was watching that. Then I said, oh God, this big lizard, if it falls in my tea, it will be not good. So I took a stick and just wanted to remove that big lizard. It was very dirty looking. When I touched, again that big lizard ran away. And because of that big lizard running away, the small lizard got cranky. And in that, she fell on my hand. Then I also ran away. Now see the story. The small insect. She was running away because of the small lizard. The small lizard was running away because of the big lizard. The big lizard was running away because of me. And I was running away because of small lizard. Expressions of life are common. When my hunger is satiated by taking good food, equally the hunger satiation is common for a bird eating the insects. It is not different because all the expressions of life are common. But we are unable to reach the life because we are only at the periphery of our personality. The real march or the journey to reach the top of the world is leave the periphery and start migrating to the center. See, you must have seen in many places they have got a giant wheel. Like, in Singapore they have got a giant, most useless wheel. You don't feel that you are moving. It's so slow it goes. You don't enjoy. The real joy is when it moves fast, then your stomach goes up and down. There is a great fun in that. So, when you are on the periphery of the giant wheel, there is an impact on you of the movement. As you start migrating toward the hub, the center, no movement. Is it not our life? We are at the periphery. During our days, it was not like this. See? Then we start coming little nearer. These days, I am unable to say properly. So we have left objects, we have come to the sense organs. Then again we start coming nearer to ourselves. Then actually, these days my mind becomes very much confused. So we have left the worldly objects, we have left the sense organs, we have come to the mind. Then we come still nearer to ourselves. Now this old age, I don't remember anything, whether I have taken food or not. And when I ask my daughter-in-law, will you please give me lunch? She will scold me. Since morning you have eaten 5 times. How many times you want? No food. See, Swamiji, these days I don't remember anything. Now just observe. Worldly objects, sense organs, mind, intellect. And then we come to the core of our personality. स्वामी जी, मरने के बाद क्या होता है? See, where we are reaching. In Bombay this happened. There used to be one gentleman, he is not seen these days, I don't know what happened to him. One day he came, he said, Swami ji, you should not go out of Bombay. I said, okay. This is few techniques I will tell you. Try these techniques, they are very effective. With elderly people, you should never discuss anything. Anything they say yes. Because next 2 minutes they'll forget yes about what. They know point in argument and discussion. Oh, yes. So these are the spiritual techniques. Elderly people don't discuss anything. Simply say yes and forget. Then with the youngsters, don't try to scold them but forgive them. Children are there to make mistakes. But main thing you are not telling how to deal with the wife. This is the simplest one. When she is talking, you should keep quiet. And when she is quiet, you should not talk. There will be peace in life. This happiness that you have is living on the top of the world. See, friends. So that elderly gentleman, he asked me, Swamiji, these days, last few months, I am having a fear. When I die, then I said, look here, Babaji, let us ask one by one question. I don't remember everything. One by one question. First, when I die, you got fear about it? Yes. I said, I guarantee you, you will die. Fear means what? Whether I will die or I will not die. Is it the option? I said, there is no option. You are going to die. No, not that way. Then what way? No, when I die, what will happen to my wife, my children, my property, my business, my bank account? What will happen to that? I said, you are asking a wrong person. Why? Ask them. Then they will tell. Babaji, we are waiting. Go na. Friends, who needs us here? When we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we leave this world, there will be nothing lacking. Go and see. Nothing will be lacking. So when our earlier absence and later absence makes no difference, our presence is making any difference. But then be attentive. Then we come to this funny thing called as the soul, jiva. And then we say, Swamiji, when death happens, what happens to the soul? The soul goes to Goa. In Goa, there is a dish called as soul curry. And that is the best dish I like. When I go to Goa, and some people in Bombay, they are from Goa, they know I like soul curry. So they ask, Swamiji, why you like so much soul curry? I said, don't you know I am a spiritual person. Therefore only soul curry. It is beyond vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Directly soul. If you have come to the soul, you are approaching the top of the world. Now, here is the basic difference between Vedanta Shastra and all other philosophies. In your Dharma Shastra, Karma Shastra, Yoga Shastra, Buddhism, Jainism, all religions, they always talk about one soul per body. And this is the biggest bluff. There is no one soul per body. It is not a shoe, one soul per shoe. See, friends, will you say that there is one light per bulb? Light is one in all the bulbs. And in and through all the bulbs, only one electricity is expressing. Bhagavan says in 13th chapter, Idam shariram konteya kshetra vitya vidiyate etadyo vettitam prahuhu kshetradne iti tadvidaha kshetradnyam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Arjun, I am alone expressing in and through everything and being. Be very attentive. I am man. With reference to my father, I become a son. I am the same man. With reference to my wife, I become a husband. I am the same man. With reference to my son, I become a father. Have I become three? When my father died, what happens to me, the son? Nothing. When my wife disappears, what happens to me, the husband? Nothing. When my son dies, what happens to me, the father? Nothing. Because these three guys, the son, the husband, the father, have no existence. But if I die as a man, None of them can exist. These non-existing entities, they are miserable in this world. Observe this. Who is miserable? You'll come to know these guys who have no existence, they are miserable. Come to discover this. I is one because of the conditioning, referred as many. In the same manner, Paramatma is one because of the conditioning of the names and the forms and objectivity. Paramatma is called as world. The same Paramatma, because of the conditioning of the Panchakoshas, is called as Jiva. It is not Jiva, it is Jivana. It is life. And the same Paramatma, with the conditioning of the Creator, he becomes the Ishvara. So because of the Upadhi, the multiplicity is an appearance. It doesn't exist. See, friends, when we thus come to discover the substratum of the total expression, we have reached the top of the world. Now this experience is like what? What must be the experience of the water when the waves break? What must be the experience of the water when it is solidified as the icebergs? What must be the experience of the water when it is moving up like steam? What must be the experience of the water when it is a deep sea? Will the water feel drowned in the sea? Will the water suffer from cold because of the ice? Will the water feel heated because of the steam? No. It is the same. Exactly the same thing. Do we have any change in our experience? Nobody experiences birth. Nobody experiences growth. Nobody experiences death. Nobody experiences absence. This eternal presence is the top of the world. Be there and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari